Hey guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be ranking the strongest humans in the DB universe. And as always, if you enjoy, hit that like button. Without further delay, here are my top 10.
Losers battle like a fish with no fin.
Yamu is a fighter in the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament, and Spopovich's partner. Under the control of Badabi, he was quite strong and strong enough to make this list. But, I'd say he is a little weaker than Spopovich because he got obliterated by one of Badabi's weaker goons. Spopovich was also a victim of Badabi's evil spell, and before that was actually a rival to Mr. Satan. Spopovich takes a higher spot over Yamu because he destroyed Vidal in their fight. Despite his obesity and desire to avoid fighting, he is quite strong and swift in his movement, also being highly skilled with his katana. At the time when Goku and Yajirobe first met, Yajirobe was likely one of the strongest humans alive. He climbed the Korin Tower with Goku on his back in a single day, something Goku initially struggled with, and he seemed evenly matched with Goku despite not fighting at his maximum. Chiaotzu is the constant companion and best friend of Chen Shinden and one of Master Shen's former students. He uses physic powers to defeat his enemies and uses it very well, as Chen regrets not bringing Chiaotzu to the battle against Frieza's soldiers. Sadly, we don't see too much of his strength, so the number 7 spot belongs to him. Olibu is a deceased human-type earthling fighter and hero from the North area in the universe. He is King Kai's greatest fighter next to Goku. Although he is extremely strong for an earthling, he falls slightly behind Pikkon. Pikkon was able to beat him without ever removing his weighted clothes or using his best attacks. However, Olibu was able to put up a good fight against Pikkon, who had defeated Cell in his perfect form, striking him twice consecutively in the match. A former desert bandit, Yamcha was once an enemy of Goku, but quickly reformed and became a friend and ally. Yamcha is a very talented martial artist and one of the most powerful humans on Earth, possessing skills and traits that allow him to fight alongside his fellow Z fighters when major threats loom. Although he retired by the latter half of Dragon Ball Z, due to being largely outclassed by both his allies, namely the Saiyans, and their enemies, he is always present whenever a new threat approaches, and will occasionally lend a helping hand, thus proving himself to be a powerful ally in his own right. Chen is a disciplined, reclusive and heavily devoted martial artist, and one of the strongest earthlings within the Dragon Ball universe. He also possesses a few non-human traits due to being descended from the alien Triclops race. He battles alongside the other Z fighters against major threats to the Earth, often courageously engaging enemies far more powerful than himself. However, he spends most of his time training with his lifelong best friend, Chiaotzu. Master Roshi is a master of martial arts who trained Gohan, Ox King, Goku, Krillin, and Yamcha. He has a sister named Fortunata La Barber. He is also a hermit and a pervert. Master Roshi is among one of the strongest humans in history and the strongest fighter of his generation. A legendary champion of the World Martial Arts Tournament. Simply knowing that students of his were competing in the said tournament left all spectators in awe. During his battle with Goku at the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament, he still managed to barely beat a student even after having used up almost all of his energy to destroy the moon. In the 22nd tournament, after getting serious and bulking up somewhat, he was a match for Chen Xinhan. Once he outputs his absolute maximum might, he was capable of destroying the moon, and it was believed by the likes of Yamcha and Krillin that he could kill Great Ape Gok. Krillin had a brief rivalry with Goku when they first met and trained under Master Roshi, but they quickly became lifelong best friends. One of the most powerful and talented martial artists on Earth, Krillin is courageous, faithful, and good-natured. He is a prominent Z fighter, despite usually being overpowered by the major enemies. Despite being regarded as a weakling compared to his Saiyan comrades, in truth, he is the strongest Earthling warrior. In addition, combined with his own battle tactics make him a skilled fighter. Although in this list, he falls short of the number 1 spot. Although this shouldn't be a surprise, I will explain. UUB is the most powerful pure earthling to exist in the Dragon Ball Z series, thanks to being a reincarnation of Kid Buu. UUB has a massive amount of hidden potential but can only access it out of anger. When UUB is very young, Den describes him to be a brilliant martial artist,